Welcome back. Continuing our coverage of COVID-19 in mid-Missouri, Boone County announced plans to slowly reopen on Monday, but with some restrictions. Joining us tonight is Boone County Commissioner Fred Parry. Thanks for joining us tonight, Commissioner.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
And why did leaders think that this was the right approach to make at this point?
Well, I think the health director was seeing some reassuring signs, but also has a great deal of concern about the 28-county catchment area that surrounds Boone County. Those are the folks who come into Boone County for medical care, who come in to shop, who come in for work. And so I think that while we have had very good numbers in the recent weeks, there are areas like we've seen in Saline County and Monotone County where the numbers are not good. And so I think that she's, again, being cautiously optimistic.
And what were some of those key differences for people that are just now joining in between the Boone County order and then the states?
Well, I think that the biggest difference that we're seeing is that we're allowing people back into restaurants starting on Monday. People can start going back to churches. Those formulas are based on square footage, but really, even Columbia's largest churches will still only be able to have up to 150 people in their sanctuary at one time. So it's still very restrictive. But it sounds like we're going to be in a rolling pattern where the health director reviews things every 3 weeks to make sure that we've made it through incubation periods and that we're not going backwards.
Sure. And like you mentioned, this plan is going to last indefinitely until the Boone County Health Director can really reassess in about 3 weeks to see where the county is at and really where some other the surrounding areas are at. What do you have to tell people that are really itching just to kind of get back to that new normal?
Yeah, it's really, it's difficult because as a small business owner for 25 years myself, I have a lot of empathy for what some of these business owners are going through. And to lose all of your business's revenue but still have most of your expenses, that's really devastating. So, we as a community just have to do a better job of getting out and supporting these local restaurants, doing carry out, shopping at these local shops and helping them. I've been sort of harping for the last few days about we need to stop shopping on Amazon, and that's just one of the things that we need to get our energies focused on supporting locally owned and locally based retailers and restaurants.
There are some businesses that will not be able to reopen. Those include movie theaters, some of those bars, things like that. What do you have to tell those business owners that unfortunately cannot reopen quite yet?
Yeah, there's really nothing that I can say. It's disappointing. It's frustrating. It's hard to understand. You have to put your trust in the people that are responsible for the community's health. But it's hard to have a conversation with the business owner and tell that person that they cannot be open. And so it's really. These are difficult circumstances. These are times that we will not forget. Our unemployment rate here in Boone County hit another record high today. So we are really going through some tough times, and we're going to have to pull together as a community to get through this.
One of the things that the leaders mentioned this afternoon was at-risk individuals, high-risk individuals continuing to stay home. Even though some of these businesses are reopening, do you guys have a time frame on possibly when they can start returning to maybe some of these businesses reopening?
Well, my guess is that, over the next 3 weeks, she's going to have a pretty good feel for what's happening in this market. And people who are high risk and have pre-existing conditions should stay home under any circumstances. And that's hard, especially if you work for an employer that doesn't really accommodate that. So, we have to look out for those people as well and take care of them as a community as well. And so, it's really, these are times that it's hard to give anybody advice. These are tough circumstances that we just have to get through.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Commissioner, for joining us tonight.